Guys, welcome to the video. Today we're looking at the Dolly zoom on the DJI Mini 2. And the Dolly zoom, also known as a vertigo effect, is a really well-known camera technique where you dolly towards or away from a subject while zooming in the opposite direction. So let's go and check it out and I'll show you what to do. Make sure your grid lines are on. We're going to use a wind turbine as a reference point. So we're going to actually fly towards and as we fly forward, we're going to zoom all the way in and then zoom out as we're flying forward. So it goes from a 2x zoom and then straight back out to 1x zoom. And you get this really cool vertigo effect. You can do the opposite way as well, as we're actually going to go backwards now. We're going to then zoom in, so we're going to go flying backwards and then zooming in at the same time. It does take some practice this, but if you center on a subject you can get a shot like this. Again, practice. But for this one, I'm flying backwards whilst zooming in, using the slider on the DJI Mini 2. Don't just press the 1 or 2 times button, use the actual slider wheel to get a much more smoother shot. So I'll show you the flying forward technique again. So again, center on the subject, make sure it's right in the center, and then as you fly forward you want to zoom out. You want to be at full zoom to start with and then zoom out, and it'll look like this. And then just showing you the opposite way. So now we're going to fly backwards, and as we fly backwards from 1x zoom, we're going to zoom straight towards that object whilst flying backwards. Try your best to keep it in a straight line as possible so it looks really nice and cinematic. And this time we're using 2.7K, so we're able to zoom all the way in to 3x zoom. So it's definitely a cool shot to practice on. There's also a well-known shot which is similar to this, which is called the parallax effect. And I'll be showing you this technique very soon on an upcoming video, but this is what it looks like. The parallax video is going to be coming very soon, so make sure if you're not already subscribed, subscribe and ring that bell so you're notified when that video is coming up. Let's go and change location. I'm going to show you a couple other subject points. So we've come closer to the sea here now. We've got really cool subject points here. We've got some people in a canoe, it looks like, loving life. And then just in the distance is a helicopter evacuation simulator. So we're just going to fly towards that. I'm going to use that as the reference point. So again, same techniques. As I'm actually flying towards it, I'm zooming out. Flying in cine smooth mode makes it easier, it just slows everything down. So again here I'm actually flying towards that object and zooming out at the same time, and this is what it looks like. So when I started, I've got it into 3x zoom, I'm flying towards it and then zooming out at the same time. Just practice guys, it just takes some technique. I'm no master at this, but it is a really good camera technique to use, and it's just not one to use all the time, you know, it'll get too repetitive. So today I'm just showing you for example, but do try it out and let me know what you think of this camera technique. Okay, test time. So what am I doing here? The answer is I'm flying away whilst zooming in. So it's the opposite. Make sure you remember that, the opposite of what you're doing. So now for this shot, I've zoomed all the way in. I'm going to fly towards them and zoom out at the same time. Today I am using an ND filter. I've got an ND8 on. This will just allow that motion blur and it makes the shot look a lot better. If you don't use an ND filter, it doesn't look as good. So I would advise, if you've got some ND filters on and you want to practice this, make sure you put an ND filter on to get that motion blur. You can also use this technique when on a street as well. So we're just going to use this street just ahead as a reference point, and then we're going to zoom all the way in, and then what we're going to do, we're going to fly towards it and then we're going to zoom out, and this is what it looks like. So go and try these techniques out guys, and you'll be the next Michael Bay. If you've mastered this, please on Instagram follow me, Disney5, and send me an inbox with your Dolly Zoom videos. I would love to check them out and feedback to you. So if you've got an object, a person who is static, or a street like this, or an object like a tower or a nice building, focus on something like a decent point of interest and then try this technique out. Practice it and let me know. But I hope this skill will give you another technique to try, and you can master this and then go and show off to all your mates. This is also another good one that I use all the time. It's a reveal shot. So have the gimbal point straight down and then just smoothly rotate that gimbal wheel to reveal the subject. So a quick little video there for you guys, another technique for your arsenal. Hope you enjoyed it. Go and try it out and let me know feedback in the comments down below what you think of this. Do you like this technique? Are you going to try it out? Go and practice, and you should hopefully get some good looking shots. But don't use this technique all the time. Just mix and match between this, reveal shots, forward, backwards motions, pan downs, and you'll get some brilliant drone footage. Take care guys, hope you have a brilliant weekend, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.